Hey guys, welcome back to Newegg TV. I'm Steve, and today we have a very special guest in our studios. We have the one and only Rajiv from Cooler Master.
Good to see you again, Steve.
Good to see you too, man. Thank you so much for coming in. It's always a pleasure to have you in here.
Of course, it's always great. I love coming down here, you know, getting to show off all the new stuff that we're bringing in. And
seriously, right?
You know, it's always a fun time.
So obviously we have a couple things to talk about here. I want to kind of take a step back and cover a little bit of what we covered with, you actually talked to Paul at CES, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, actually, so Paul came by the suite. We showed off a lot of new technologies. A lot of the stuff that we were showing off was based on, kind of end user feedback. So we did a lot of previews of products. We gauged kind of what the videos we saw from, what the end users commented on.
Yeah.
And our product managers went back and kind of put that back into the development to really make sure that when we launch the product, it's exactly what people want.
You guys are well known for that too. You like to take as much input as you can in from the fans and just trying to implement that into a much better product. And we're going to get into that actually because you've done some new implementations specifically to the half stacker, which we want to thank you so much for bringing in, by the way. I know you guys have probably seen plenty of coverage on this, but the most important thing about this is that we're going to be using this half stacker for a brand new system that we're building for our gaming channel. So this will be really cool. We'll be able to do some PC gaming on top of the console games that we've already been covering. Aside from that, I actually wanted to say, I mean, first off, it's obviously an amazing it's an amazing case in general, a set of cases is what I wanted to say. Yeah. But what have you been seeing in terms of cases and what people have been doing with this?
So the original intention of the design for Half Stacker, based on what the product manager's vision was, is that he wanted somebody to be able to kind of build a computer that could basically allow them to dream big. Nice. And essentially making like a gaming system that you can do dual systems, run a LAN server on the top, run your main system on the bottom. I mean, there's so many different ideas that sometimes, even on a marketing level, we kind of think we were thinking a little bit smaller, like basic things. Mm-hmm. And now what we're seeing people doing with this is really impressive. So what I've seen is actually blowing me away. There's a Half Stacker Owners Club on overclock.net.
Oh, very cool.
You can go on there, you can see what these guys are doing. They're basically buying the cases, and they're really modding it to what they want out of it. And one of the new things that we're seeing is a lot of complex computing, biomechanics, things like Bitcoin mining, cryptocurrency. So people are finding new ways to utilize this chassis and how to take advantage of these new technological changes. And so with what we're seeing on that is we're trying to make it better. And how we're doing that is we're actually introducing like accessory packs to kind of build around these unique types of systems that people are looking for. So for example, like the dual system build will introduce a new I/O panel, so you can have two power buttons and a reset switch.
On the same area that it currently is.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I mean, we're just trying to provide a different incentive for a user to really think outside of the box and build whatever they want. And so I mean, we just saw recently a new system builder again was doing dual gaming rigs, showing it off at CES. We have a lot of our partners doing all sorts of great designs. So I mean, even though the Half Stacker has been around for a couple months, what people are doing with it and how it's evolving is where it's really kind of cool.
Sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So in terms of the accessories now, because Paul did do a quick interview with you guys at CES, but I kind of want to know what's on a slate, man. What's coming up?
So, I mean, in terms of the accessories?
Right.
So, I mean, like I mentioned with the additional power switch and things like that, we're also looking at adding additional hard drive trays. So if you want to use the 915 to, isolate all your hard drives away or build a NAS box, ultimate Steam box, if you will, you can do all that stuff. One of the unique things that we're seeing is we're actually going to provide a water block, radiator mount accessory. So now you can properly mount a 240 radiator in the front of the stacker.
Nice.
But what we're seeing a lot of people doing actually is isolating the radiator. So actually using the 915 unit, the top unit, since they're not doing a dual system, they'll actually run, for example, like a Neptune or our Glacier, they'll run the radiator up top, isolate it all away from it.
Yeah, because all in its own
exactly, so it's its own area. So we're seeing a lot of unique things like that too, which originally we hadn't really thought a lot of people would do, but it just turns out sometimes you just kind of see how the end users are going to evolve your own product and make it better.
Any windowed panels too, as well?
Yeah, so on actually the 915 right now, it comes with just a mesh side panel, but we will be selling a windowed, smoky glass panel to match the bottom section. So that way, if you want that design, you can go for it. Again, flexibility is all there. I think what's always important is, as you mentioned, whatever people comment on things, we take a look at it. I mean, even on this video, we're going to see the comments. We're going to take that back and see what people think about it.
Yeah, actually, this is a good time to mention that. If you guys want to talk directly to Cooler Cooler Master Rajiv here, but you guys could obviously go to their Facebook as well. But ideally, you actually do go through our comments and actually respond to them.
I do, I absolutely do. And I think, if people want to tweet at us directly at Cooler Master USA, I'm always there. We have our own subreddit, /r/Cooler-Master. Nice. There's a lot of ways to actually engage us directly, and we're very open to listening to what people have to say about our products. Nice. I mean, we'll take the criticism. There's always, research done behind it, but at the end of the day, we want to bring good products that people want.
Awesome. Okay, well, aside from that, I know we do have a new CM Store Quickfire keyboard here. Which one is this, Rajiv?
So this is actually the Rapid Eye, and just kind of based off of what I was saying where we're listening to users' feedback, the Rapid, which is our best-selling keyboard, it's a small 10 keyless form factor, and the benefit of this 10 keyless design is essentially that it's easy on the go. Like a lot of gamers nowadays, for example, if you're playing League of Legends, you only need about 6 buttons. A lot of these guys are going to LAN tournaments, they're playing, at South by Southwest, going to PAX. They want just a nice keyboard to quickly throw in their backpack and head out.
Small, something
exactly.
compact,
Get to the point, just right there. And on top of that, it's a mechanical keyboard too. So the Rapid Eye.
Which switches are you guys using on this?
We are using actually Cherry MX Browns on this one. And how you can typically denote the Cooler Master switches is by the LED colors. So with the blue switches, we do blue LED. Red switches, we do red LED. Brown, we use a white LED. And then we have our green switches with green LED as well. So we try to keep it fairly consistent.
Probably easier to see in white too than brown.
Yeah,
Look
exactly. I think a brown LED is kind of a poor choice. Yeah. So I think we used a little bit of common sense on that one. But the great part about this is that it's basically taking the same elements of our classic Rapid and just kind of giving it a nice overhaul. And the I stands for intelligence because we actually implement an ARM 32-bit processor into this. The big feature I'm excited about the Rapid Eye is with the inclusion of that ARM 32-bit processor is kind of the functionalities with the backlighting, so the different effects that you can do. And we call it, again, active light technology, which allows you to do different modes. So it's a standard breathing mode, things like that. But we also have what's kind of a reactive mode as well. So as you're typing it, it'll light up accordingly. And then the really cool mode, which I love, and a lot of people at CES loved, is with this trailing mode here. And don't worry, nobody will be able to see your passwords or anything like that. It won't ruin any any secrets of yours. And then of course,
I have many secrets. A trailing light will not be able to.
It won't hold you back. And then you can also actually record your own set of lights. So if you want a specific setup, you can actually just light up specific buttons that you need. And then you can lock it in place, and then that's your mode. So you can set it up to different, up to 4 different modes. We also have repeat rates. So for the keyboard enthusiast who loves their mechanical keyboard, wants all these features, the Rapid Eye just kind of brings all that together.
That's awesome.
And the new thing that we also add is a little micro USB connector. And it'll be a 90-degree right angle, I believe. So
instead of the way it's coming out.
Yeah,
right now.
instead of the way it's coming out right now. And that'll be like if you want to take your keyboard away and charge your phone or tablet. I mean, hey, the cable's there too.
That's awesome.
So I know I'm always losing my phone cable, so it's just an extra one to have around the house too.
And any time maybe in the future you guys will have the ability to do maybe 2, so this way it can kind of pass through for power, or maybe this needs a little more juice.
You know what? We've looked at those USB hubs and things like that, and it's always kind of caused more trouble than we wanted, so we stood away from that. And because of the small form factor of this and just really focusing on the core elements what people wanted, yeah, we didn't add that feature.
Yeah, that's a really good point, Rajiv, and thank you so much for coming in, man. We really appreciate you every time.
Of course.
And if you guys want to know more information about Rajiv or where else you can find more information about Cooler Master in general, where could they be going?
So on Facebook, you can follow us on Cooler Master Americas. You can also do Twitter at Cooler Master USA. And don't forget, Cooler Master University, cmuniversity.net. You can learn about all the technologies and everything that you've seen here.
Great resources, guys. And thank you guys so much for watching as well. Don't forget to click the like button. If you haven't already done so, click subscribe, and we will see you very soon.
Take care, guys.